Hi there again, and coming to you from my home office. This is this week's recorded lecture for MCPHS HUM352. No, O. It's an O for online. And how are you? How have your weeks been? I've been enjoying both your introductions from the previous week and this most recent week's inclusion of outside links and resources. Those, of course, closed on Sunday, so I will be grading those throughout the week. And, of course, you can receive what would be the equivalent of a check plus, which is 100%, a check which is 92%, feeling that you did a fine job but didn't find the most compelling source, and then a check minus, which is still an 87%, meaning that you did do the assignment, but either went for something simple or got the formatting wrong, or something maybe even beyond your control. But so that you don't feel too stressed out by these things, those grades are meant to help you and make you feel that completing these assignments is well worth your time. Now, we're into week 3, which brings an end to our immediate discussion on divinity and theology. But this will, of course, keep coming up for the entire semester. We can't get too far on many religions from the concept of God. What we also have this week is your first quiz. That means you can take your quiz now, a few days into the week, just you must take it by the end of week 3. That is, by Sunday night at 11:59. A few things you may want to know about the quiz itself. It is all multiple choice, or matching, or ordering. There are no essays, and I don't believe you even do any typing in it, so that might put you a little at ease. It is worth approximately 4% of your entire grade. That is, all the quizzes, all 5 quizzes, I believe, are worth 20%. So this one quiz is only worth 4% of your total grade. So don't feel that this makes or breaks you for the class. It just puts you on a certain trajectory. Of course, it is due, as I said, no later than Sunday at 11:59 p.m. You have a second assignment, I should mention, which is a posting to the discussion board of what you already knew about divinity, God, and theology. Not necessarily believed, but what you already knew in terms of the different religions, what you've learned, and what's actually been corrected on your part. Full details for that can be found in the discussion board. And don't miss our collaborate session. Towards the end of each section, I like to have a live back and forth with individuals. It is scheduled during lunch hour on Thursday, the 19th, from 11:30 a.m. till 12:30. Now, don't panic. If you can't attend, or if you've already missed it, because you're looking at this video a little bit late, you can make it up. There'll be a recording of it, and if you send me an email with a 1-paragraph summary, basically showing that you watched the whole thing, within 48 hours of the video, that is either on Friday or on Saturday, I will give you full credit for having been there. But like the quizzes, these collaborate sessions over the entirety of the course are worth 20% of your grade. It gives me the chance to interact with you directly. If you have a webcam, you can turn it on, or you can choose just to interact. I was looking at my fingers. It's very weird to look up at the camera and then notice what you're doing and look at your fingers. You'll see just what a nerd I am when you talk to me in person. But that's your obligation. I really want you to be there during that lunch hour on Thursday if you can. If you cannot, then you have the option to send me that email. One additional reason that you may want to be part of the live collaborate session is that's where I'll be announcing and discussing your first major writing assignment. Now, of course, there will be an assignment sheet for this that I will post at the beginning of week 4, but I really want this collaborate session to be a place where we can talk, answer any of your questions about the quiz, and broach the idea of this writing assignment. If it's really not something that you can wrap your mind around until the beginning of week 4, so be it, but an early bird gets the worm. I find that when I'm talking to classes, I begin using cliches and idioms more than I do in my everyday life. It's very strange. So we will get to your first writing assignment later this week. I do hope that you read both the passages from the Bhagavad Gita and the Apostles' Creed. And I hope that you're looking forward to our next session, a section, all of which will go online. All of the weeks contained for Section 2 will go online at once, with the exception of its own Collaborate session and my weekly lecture content. Otherwise, you'll be able to plan ahead, read ahead, and incorporate your first writing assignment. Again, the details of which are coming to you on Thursday during the Collaborate session. I think if I have anything sort of in conclusion to say, or during this one-way channel, to say about theology and divinity, is that I've separated them for a reason. There are some theologies that are impossible to have, that don't make sense without a God or a divine source or a deity. But as you're reading particularly the New Age religions, the new religious movements, and some of the Eastern tradition religions, you're going to see that a notion of a God isn't central to their theology. And if there's anything you get out of this class, if there's anything you get out of this first section of class, is that the notion of God really is central to only particular religions. Now, many of you may be practitioners of a religion where God has always been central, so it seems as though that's the definition of religion. A religion is the practice of worshiping or acknowledging or giving thanksgiving to God. And that's not wrong. That's not wrong for your particular faith and to associated faiths. But it would be incorrect to say that that must be definitionally the way we understand religions, plural. I think it would be more accurate to say that all religions have a theology that may or may not explicitly feature a God. And I hope if we have extra time during our Collaborate session, if people are feeling good about the quiz, feeling clear about the first paper content, we'll get to explore something that's been a little bit unsaid during this first section, which is we've been defining divinity and we've been defining theology, but we haven't been defining religion. Robson, your textbook author, does offer his impression for what religion is, what it can mean as a definition, but I think we could have that discussion, and I would welcome it. So we'll keep this week's lecture short because you have plenty to do. I'll have much more to say next week as we go into week 4, and I hope you all are doing very well. Thanks for sticking with the class. Contact me anytime. Bye-bye.